Bucks game 4. Devin Booker absolutely went off in this one. 42 points, 17 on 28 from the field. But would that be enough? No. Crucial moment here, less than 4 minutes in the game, Bucks down 1. Booker appears to foul Drew Holiday, which would have been his 6th and final foul. Was it a foul? We don't know. Anyways, late in the game, Giannis blocks Deandre Ayton on the alley-oop to preserve the 2-point Milwaukee lead. 26-14 for Giannis in this one.
With an empty bladder.
36 seconds left, exactly. Chris Paul coughs it up, and Holiday dishes it to Khris Middleton for the dagger layup. Middleton had 40 points. Bucks win game 4, 109-103 to even the series.
Winner, book it, because if Devin Booker has a bad shooting night, you can book it that he's bouncing back on the next one. Any game that he shoots 35% or worse, the following night, he's averaging about 24 and shooting about 44%. Now, his 42 points on like 60% shooting exceeds that, of course. But again, the point still stands. You can book that he's bouncing back in a big way. Shouts to the alliteration. That was unintentional.
Very nice. Winner, heart of a champion. Now, everyone is talking about the block, but watch what happens afterwards. This is something that I noticed that really accentuated Giannis's heart and soul and what he is pouring into this series. I mean, the block is absolutely fantastic.
It's ridiculous.
What you will see is he looks exhausted right there. Like, you could tell he's tired, but he's still celebrating that crucial, pivotal moment. But you can see it. Like, look at his body language right there. This is a man who is absolutely drained.
I mean, we did find out recently, too, that putting your hands on your knees helps better with oxygen.
Oh.
Okay, winner, nobody cares, but we have a fantasy league on Hoop Streams, and Khris Middleton is on my team. So I told everybody on the Hoop Stream show that Khris Middleton was going to have a crucial game 3 and game 4 because he comes up big when they play at home. Guess what? Middleton is the 4th player to score 40 points in a win to tie a series. So shout out to me because I'm probably in the.
Shout out to you. What?
Was Cliff Paul in their fantasy draft? I don't know, but he was a loser tonight. Where was Chris Paul in this game? 10 points. The Suns had 17 turnovers. CP3 had 5 of them. Paul did say after the game, quote, bad decision making, bad passing in the first half. I got to take care of the ball. Listen, he's had a great playoffs, okay? We can all agree on that.
Yeah.
But last couple games, Chris Paul hasn't been himself.
It was Cliff out there.
Uncle Cliff.
Loser, refs, you suck. The quotes are important because it wasn't me saying it. It was the Bucks fans saying it. There were some questionable calls at best throughout this game. We talked about the foul that never got called. This inbounds that never really got inbounded because Giannis didn't really step out is another thing. And then there was a late foul call in which Phoenix trapped but never fouled. Yeah, they probably deserved all the work they got from the crowd yesterday night. I'm not even gonna lie.
All right, we now welcome in NBA vet and Bulls forward, Thaddeus Young. And Thaddeus, offline, we were talking about how you watched this playoff series, final series all day. That's pretty much all you've been doing. You want to be entertained by this series, right? I have Khris Middleton on my fantasy team, and I know you've been the secondary scorer for Chicago. So how important is Khris Middleton for this Bucks team?
Khris, he's huge. I mean, he's kind of sort of moving into that Batman role. Usually it's the Batman, he's the Robin, but he's been the last couple games just been taking over and they've been putting the ball in his hands. I think his ability to handle the basketball in the pick and roll and also get himself going from the three-point line really puts him in a position to be in the driver's seat.
Now, the Suns definitely needed a secondary scorer last night. Chris Paul was daggone near absent. Devin Booker had 42. The next best scorer was Jay Crowder with 15. So that is, what exactly do the Suns need to do specifically to get back to their winning ways in this series, especially with Devin performing the way he did?
Keep turnovers down, keep the Bucks out of transition, and then make them play in the half court. But get a more balanced scoring. Obviously CP has been great in the previous series. This series he's playing a little bit down. But if he has a big game and he gets like 20 to 25, if he doesn't get 20 to 25, Campaign has to step up and get a couple more buckets. And he's been playing well as well. So I think a more balanced effort from the guards will really, really do them wonders.
Thaddeus, before I ask my official question here, I'm really curious. As an active NBA player now asked to analyze the finals, how do you digest that? How do you watch that as somebody who, you would rather compete there, obviously, but how do you watch them as an active player?
I mean, I just try to, watch it with an open mind. Just look at all the games, and just like I'm sitting there looking at game tape and game film, just breaking down how guys are playing, how teams are playing, looking at all the analytics behind everything, and also looking at, when I'm looking at the stat sheet, I'm looking at how balanced the teams are. And as you can see, these are two very, very solid teams that both play defense, and they both have a lot of good offensive players that can really light it up from outside. And they've been doing a good job of balancing the scoring. So I think the team who gets in transition and the team who gets the more balanced scoring team is going to be the one that wins the series.
All right, so you mentioned how balanced these teams are. The series is now tied 2 apiece. Who do you think is going to win this final series?
I mean, it's been looking pretty crazy, because the Suns, I think they've been winning a lot of games on the road, but this series is completely different. Both teams took advantage of their home court, and I think whoever has home court advantage wins the series. So obviously, it's the Suns. Drew and Brooke is gonna hate me for saying that, but I just think that the balanced scoring from the Suns and them having home court, I think they might have a chance to win the actual championship.
All right, so you are saying Suns. You heard it here first on Sports Nation. Thank you so much, Thaddeus, for joining us.
Thank you. No problem.